Elites, what's going on? This is me, the Elite Ace. We live action. You already know what it is. Here finally to bring you my thoughts / review and impressions on Destiny. Oh man. Now, I'm going to talk about the good and the bad with this title. Now, we all seen my video I put up with the beta. I gave my impressions on that, and I was impressed. But the thing is, with a beta, two things can happen. You could be pleased with the beta, and then the final product come out, and you could be let down. Or you could be let down by the beta, and then the final product comes out, and you can be pleased with that. But in this case, for me, it was the beta, me being impressed, and in the end, I was frustrated and let down with Destiny. And I'm going to get into why. But let's start out with the good. Now, the things I liked about Destiny, of course, you know, you get to create your own character. I like the fact that it's open world, you know, you get to get your own ship, you get the way you interact with characters. The control is good. I really do like the control. Some people say, you know, when you're in PvP, it feels like Halo, but when you're out of PvP, just going around, laying down, you know, the AI, the NPCs, you know, it feels like Call of Duty. But for me, it just feels solid and focused. I've never had an issue with the controls. Everything seems smooth, just on key, responsive. Everything, hit detection is right on. You know, I like the fact that you have the different type of weapons, the way they can level up. The fact that you have a good amount of options and replayability in this title. But keep in mind, some of these good things I'm naming, you know, that's what I was starting to get into in the beginning. But the more you play this game, you start to see the faults. And you start to slow down playing it or run into a halt. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, I do have my fun with Destiny. I do have my fun, you know, I've played with other YouTubers. I played with the George Ramiaku Jolton, Young Money Jeezy. I've played with some of my subscribers. I mean, it is a fun game. It really is, especially when you're playing with other people, especially people you know. I mean, you have your weekly strikes, your daily heroic missions, you have your raids, you go to Venus, Mars, the moon, Earth, excuse me, and you go to the open world patrol missions. And when the open world patrol missions, you know, you can go to these beacons and do little mini side missions and get money. Or if you're joining a faction, you know, you can get your reputation built up by doing those missions. I mean, everything seemed well put together. The leveling up system seemed real good, real fast. The way you can get unidentified items and just get them identified. And then you have the tower. It's like the lobby hub. You see the other people walking around interacting with one another, and you get to go to these shops, get emblems. Everything seemed well crafted and put together. I mean, I was just playing it every day, all day at work, thinking about it. But over time, this is when I knew something was up. I remember reading an article when Bungie said once you hit level 20, the game changes. And for me, it changed for the negative. Now this right here, I just do not understand. This light armor system. You don't even level up the traditional way. You know the real way. You kill an enemy or complete objectives, you get XP, it goes towards your character. But in this light system way, you have to find pieces of armor with more plus light attached to them. And it has to add up to get to the next level, like 21, 22, 23, 24. And right now I'm currently stuck at 27. Why? Because I've yet to come across any other pieces of armor to push that experience bar, because I can't find another piece of armor that has more light that exceeds anything else that I have on currently. So it's like you feel stuck. Now I know you're asking, well, Ace, how do you come across these light armors? This is when the frustration kicks in even more, alright? With the light armor pieces, you can rather get them through PvP. You know, the Crucible, that's what they call it. You know, the multiplayer, you can get it through Crucible. Or if you're just assed out lucky, you can just find one through a drop from killing the enemy. Or doing a raid. Or doing a weekly heroic challenge. Or doing a heroic story challenge. But the thing is, it does get to the point where you do find a lot of blue drops. Blue drops are the good drops. I like these blue cubes. When they drop out of enemies, those are the good drops. But the green ones, those are your regular default drops. You're going to just dismantle and get rid of them. Dismantle is the way you sell. You go to your item, your menu, put the cursor over the item, hold X or square, and you just get rid of it right there, and you get the money. But to come across these things, you come across quite a few once you hit level 20, but once you get into the groove and you have a very powerful set of light armor pieces, it gets harder and harder and harder to find something to exceed it. You may get lucky and find exotic because you have common, rare, legendary, and then exotic. That's how it goes. The exotics are the hardest to find, and they are so powerful. You can only equip one piece of exotic armor. So whatever you find, you better make sure it has good extra attributes, or you may like the design of it, because you can't have a freaking exotic helmet and an exotic chest piece. You can't even have a whole exotic layout. You can't. You can have an exotic weapon and an exotic armor piece, but you cannot have two exotic weapons equipped, or you can't have what's what I'm looking for? You can't have two exotic armor pieces, excuse me. So this is where I became really frustrated with Destiny. And my fun factor for it just slowed down. There are these factions, you know, you have the Future War Cult, you know, then you have Dead Orbit, then you have I think the Red Monarchy. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but you all know what I'm talking about. There's, I believe, 3 default factions. And my thing is, they don't even play a significant role into the story. They really don't. I mean, if you go to just the little open world patrol missions and you go to those little beacons, you can hear the audio recordings that come from the factions. But joining a faction is not like when you do it on Elder Scrolls or Fallout or something. You join a faction on here, this is the purpose of joining a faction. To get exclusive weapons and emblems and cosmetic pieces for your character that's just like themed or representations of that faction. So yes, I joined Dead Orbit. And I'm like, okay, cool. How do I get the weapons? How do I get this and that? Oh no, you can't just buy them, no. Well yeah, you can buy an exotic, I mean not an exotic, excuse me, a cosmetic piece. You know, with the hunters, they have the cloaks and the robes. I think the Titans, they have something on their waist. And the Warlocks, I think they have something on their arm. You know, I'm playing as a hunter. You know, I have the cloak and the hood and everything. But the thing is, if you want to get items from the factions, you have to raise up your reputation. How do you raise up your reputation? You can only buy one thing off rip from these factions, and that's the cosmetic pieces. As a hunter, like I said, I bought the Dead Orbit robe. Not the robe, you know, the hoodie. And whatever you do, it adds points to that, your reputation. You complete Crucible missions, stripes, and just extra patrol missions, things like that. It adds to it. You know, you may get 10 points, 150, whatever. And the more your reputation goes up, it gives you access to the weapons. But you can't even buy the weapons. You have to get freaking Crucible points. Yes, it forces you to play multiplayer just to get Crucible points. And you only get 2 to 3 Crucible points per match. Yes. So if a weapon costs 160 Crucible points, just do the math. So when you complete these multiplayer matches, all you get is money, reputation points, which would be like what, 10 or 20, and you get 2 Crucible points. That's it. These red circles with 2 swords in them. That's it. When I first found that out, I said, oh man, like this, the grind and the hustle for it. And the freaking reward system is stupid as hell to me. I'm sorry, I hate this reward system. The multiplayer on here, I don't like it. I don't like it. It feel like it's just damn near pointless. I mean, I'm playing it and playing it and playing it. I get everything I want from Dead Orbit, from my faction. You know, I have the hood, you know, I have the gloves, I have the armor, the legs, everything except the helmet. I have an exotic helmet because there's this special merchant. He shows up once a weekend. Like every week he only shows up one time, and he's in different places of the tower. And once you find him, you have to buy things from him with strange coins. And he has these exotic pieces of armor or special items or weapons or whatever. I got a helmet from him. And it makes you, it makes the mini-map stay on the screen when you aim down the sight in multiplayer. Because in multiplayer, you aim down the sight, the mini-map goes away. I don't know if that's the way of countering camping. If so, that's cool, but it takes some getting used to. But with my helmet, I can aim down the sight and it still stays there. So anyway, once I get the whole get up, I'm thinking to myself, okay, now what's the point of me playing the Crucible? Now, it's not like Call of Duty or the other ones. When you get done with the match, there's no ranking system. You can't prestige. It's not like freaking Titanfall where you can go to the next generation. It's not like that. They're You don't get no emblems for it. You don't get no markings, nothing, no banners, nothing. When you complete it, there's this little random selection thing that goes. You get 2 parts. I mean, two things that's random, and it doesn't even go by the performance of the player. That's what really pisses me off. I mean, it's like it takes away your drive to even play. I BS you not. When I was playing Destiny, the multiplayer, at one point, you know, you didn't see me no more like, all right, yeah, let's do it. All right, come on. I get the flag. All right, no, right there. You know, I'm just not like that. I had on my headpiece and everything. It got to the point I'm just playing it like, okay, yeah. I'm just playing just to get the freaking points for my reputation and the Crucible marks. But like I said, once I got that, it just seemed irrelevant. And this is when I really hung it up with the multiplayer. I really hung it up. That time I actually tried my ass off. I was in first. I had the most kills, and I ended up getting the last 3 kills, and those last 3 kills were the winning kills. I switched to the Blade Master class, and I did my what they call that, yeah, I forget what it's called, but each class has their own their super ability. I think the supercharge, yeah. With this Blade Master, 1-hit slash goes in third person. It does connect it out. 1, 2, 3, just one, just kills them all. I did that with 3 people, and I was like, cool. I took the match home, and I didn't get nothing. Not a damn thing. I said, so what am I busting my ass for in this multiplayer? Yeah, some people say, well, it's fun, Ace. Yeah, I get it. It plays fun. But after I win, what do at least Halo, Call of Duty, the other game, they give you something. It's not this dumb, random thing. I mean, you can be in last and get something. If someone in first and middle, anybody, they don't get nothing. And when you do get something, it could be something useless. Like you get excited, oh man, an encrypted unidentified item, you go to identify it, it's something completely useless. It may be a light armor piece, but you know for a fact it's not going to be stronger than what you have on. Now the good thing is, yes, you do gain experience through the multiplayer, but it doesn't go to your character, it goes to your weapon. Excuse me. Or it may go to the item that you have equipped. And once you spend money, plus materials you need to farm and hustle to get, to upgrade that part, the light goes up maybe by 2 or 3 points. But you still hit a wall. I mean, I'm trying to think, I think there's only 1 piece of armor I have equipped where I can only upgrade it 1 more time. And you have to find these materials, these relic irons on Mars, these spine blooms, not spine blooms, spirit blooms on Venus, then these spine petals on Earth. You know, you gotta find, and then these I forget the name of these other things you gotta find on the moon. And then, you know, so once I was done with multiplayer, like I'm done, like I was just pissed off. Like Call of Duty multiplayer gives you more rewards for it. And speaking of which, that new Call of Duty, yeah, that caught my eye. I mean, yeah, just now that last video I made about the Call of Duty, you know, that with that Black Ops 2, I haven't played Black Ops 2 since. Now with Ghost, no, I already knew I wasn't gonna buy that. My brother, he had bought it. He said it was the worst Call of Duty, period. I'm like, damn, like, I'm curious about this. He said, I'll let you borrow it and you be the judge. He let me borrow it, played the campaign, played a couple of matches, just so I can say, justifiably say I played it so I can give it a full judgment. Yeah, he was right. But this new Call of Duty, they put 3 years into development, and has a new overhaul graphic engine, and the gameplay is actually changed. Despite, yeah, I've been hearing in the comments, I was a copy of this and that, but it's something different. Yeah, it caught my eye. I'm gonna be playing that way more with this Destiny. Plus, think about this: without the campaign, I'm sorry, not the campaign, but the multiplayer. The multiplayer with that, now that I don't care about that anymore, that leaves you with what else? A whole bunch of missions. The story in Destiny is one of the weak points. The story, what they did with the story, mind you, it is just one of the weak points in Destiny. It really is. I mean, it just didn't feel like I was going through a story. And the game is online only, just like Titanfall. I don't know what it is, these online only games and these lackluster stories. I mean, they could have went along the story a lot better than what they did. And then these weekly and daily missions, you know, they're basically the same ones over and over and over. Yeah, the the same ones. So I've been stuck on 27 for a long time. And then with the raids, I completed one raid one time before, and all I got was some strange coins and a new ship. Oh yeah, the ships. The ships look real sweet, man. You would think they would do something more with the ships. The ships, you can buy new ships or find new ships, but all it is just to customize your loading screen. That's all it is. And you get to get new speeder bikes. My thing is, for what? Are they gonna put in some new races? I mean, races, period. I mean, are they gonna put that in? If that's what the reason for it? And to get these bikes, you gotta get Crucible points? Hell no. So I just hit my wall. Like I came down off that Destiny high. I mean, like I said, it is fun. It is fun. I mean, but the longer I was playing it, I was thinking like, okay, here I am stuck at level 27. I'm on a hair to get to level 28. The cap is 30. And then I hear about this new DLC that's coming out, this expansion, where the level cap is gonna go to 32. They say new story missions, new raid missions, new strike missions, new weapons and armor and whatnot. But the thing is, what's messed up is how they shot themselves in the foot by taking something that had potential to be a good story. Possibly this game had the potential to be game of the year, and they chopped up the story just to sell it in bits. I'm like, nah, man. See, that's why November, Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, Smash Brothers, and I'm still playing my other games, you know, Bayonetta 2, Evil Within. I'm like, come on, man. Destiny with the raids, how it's no matchmaking. You have to actually meet up and set things up with friends. At first I read about that, I'm like, oh, that's no problem. Like, whatever. I know I'm gonna have 6 or more friends that has Destiny, and that's true, I do. But different schedules, different lives, different whatnot. I mean, you can have like, you get your hopes up. Cool, we got 4. We need 2 more, and it don't happen. Or somebody lose connection. It's crazy, man. There's been a few times I couldn't sign into Destiny, so the game isn't god awful, but it should have been a lot better than what we were led to believe. Now, as far as the hype, I would say this: I wasn't sucked into the hype, because when you believe the hype, you know, that's when it's like, damn, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. You know, never believe the hype. Just play it for yourself. Play it for yourself. Like, there's people out there who are Destiny fanboys who will defend this game until the cows come home. And I can't defend this game until the cows come home, because I won't. I mean, I just gotta call it like it is. So, man, oh, that $500 million thing. This is the thing. I even know where there's an article GameSpot posted where people took that out of context. This game, they didn't spend $500 million on the game. This game, this whole franchise is gonna be out for 10 years. They're putting the $500 million into that, plus the advertisement, the DLC, all that type of stuff. So, give me your thoughts, comments, and concerns about Destiny Elites if you have it. What you think about it? But like I said, I'm gonna be playing Smash, Call of Duty, and Grand Theft Auto way more than this. I mean, I'm off the Destiny high. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna still play it every now and then, but just not like how I used to. Thanks for watching. I'm signing out.